Hello, I'm Bartek, and today I'm going to be talking to you about three specialized female saddles. But before I do that, I'm just going to say a big thank you to my new subscribers because I've noticed I've got quite a few new subscribers recently. So thanks very much for that. And also, I've been getting quite a lot of new views on my recent videos. So if you haven't seen them yet, please go to my other videos on the channel and check them out. In case you don't know, I also run a music channel because I'm also a musician, and if you'd like to check that, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. You may be wondering why I've got these saddles, but actually these were purchased by my wife, who has been trying to find her perfect saddle actually for a while. And she's been narrowing them down to see what she likes best and what works best with her anatomy. So when she was sort of searching for this perfect saddle, like I said, she's been experimenting with quite a few of them. And I thought that I would do a video on these specialized saddles. And the reason for that is because when we're searching on the internet to find the actual visual comparison for these saddles, we really struggled to find something that really sort of showed all of them at the same time, sort of next to one another, and that you can really figure out what they actually look like. So let's move on and I will show you the actual design and the shape of the saddles. The first saddle that I've got here is called Specialized Mimic Power, and I'm just going to show you. So essentially this is the saddle that I'm talking about. The reason why it's called Mimic is because it's got this special type of material. Just show it closer to the camera so you can see. So this actually is very soft. So in the middle of the saddle, as you are sort of leaning forward, this is supposed to prevent you from going numb in this area here, because it kind of responds to the pressure that you apply on it with your body. So on the other side, what you will see, the writing, the actual word mimic is here, and you can see how this is actually inserted sort of from the bottom into the saddle itself. And this particular power saddle is actually a short nosed saddle. So as you can see, if I show you sort of from this perspective, from the profile, you can clearly see that it's very it's quite short actually here at the front. Okay, so it's supposed to be a really good saddle if you are kind of mostly in the same position all the time. The second saddle that I've got here is also a specialized mimic saddle, sort of belonging to the same family, but this time this is called Phenom. Okay, so this particular saddle looks like this, and this is actually a much longer saddle. You can see from the side again, this is a much longer nose on the front, but it contains the same type of material that Specialized called Mimic. So again, this material here in the front is very soft, and actually the difference between these two saddles is that the power saddle, you will see actually if I show you them like this, you will see the difference in shape between both of them, where your sort of sitting bones come into play. All right, so it's a different sort of sitting arrangement, if you like. And the first saddle is called Romin Evo. So this particular saddle looks like this, and again, this is a long nosed saddle, which is actually the difference between this and the Phenom saddle is mainly in the fact that the Romin saddle it sort of goes up, and you can see it really clearly here. It really sort of goes up as it progresses sort of towards the rear of the saddle. Okay, whilst Phenom, it's much more straight in its shape, and I'm gonna tell you what it actually allows you to do. What I've noticed with this particular Phenom saddle is that you can actually lower it down actually quite a lot, like this, in this position. So if you want to have it sort of a little bit sort of down in this type of position, it will be easier for you to do, because you won't have a feeling like you're being pushed forward necessarily all the time, because it's a lot more sort of flat built saddle here, whilst the Romin saddle, what you will find is, this is something that I was sort of trying to experiment as I was sort of setting these saddles up on my wife's bike, was that this saddle sort of has to really stay in a practically neutral position, they sort of really flat like this, because the moment that you sort of start turning it downwards like this, it really sort of, because it's profiled upwards like that at the back, it starts pushing you down, you know, so you kind of end up supporting yourself on your hands on the sort of handlebars on the front of the bike a lot more than if you did the same thing with that Phenom, or even with the power saddle as well. Another difference between particularly between the Phenom saddle and the power saddle, and between those two and the Romin saddle, is that, for example, when you look here at the Phenom saddle, what you will notice is that this has a lot more sort of round shape on its side, and it goes a lot further down. Okay, whilst the Romin saddle, it ends a lot more abruptly, so actually it doesn't sort of cover as much area as it goes down. Okay, and it finishes sort of earlier in this particular part of the saddle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put the saddles right next to each other, and I'm going to take my camera and I'm going to show you in a sort of close up what they actually look like, and also what they look like in comparison to one another. thank you very much for watching the video. I really hope that that has helped you and enabled you to see clearly the differences between those three saddles, and if you are about to buy one, hopefully that will inform your decision. Everybody says, and it's true, that saddles are a very subjective thing, and this is why I haven't really mentioned which saddle sort of works best or doesn't, because that's a very individual thing and you need to figure this out by yourself. Let me know in the comments what experiences you've had with those three saddles. And if you've liked this video and you've found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to click that subscribe button as well. And I'll see you in the next video.